Hello, I'm RJ City, and you are listening to the MonsterCast. You're going to talk about Bela Lugosi. They're going to talk about Lon Chaney Jr. He'd be so sad, holding his hat, saying, "Please put me in this room and don't unlock the door." And you can't do any better than the Dahl brothers. Jack and Ryan, they're brothers, but they're also bros. What? Pardon? Wrestling. Well, who the hell wants to talk about wrestling? These are horror movies. It's a deep genre. It's a smart genre. Fantastic actors. Fantastic cinematography. Wrestling is just sweating and fireworks and bouncy ropes. There's nothing. How can you talk about that every week? All right. Let's see them try. Take it away, you crazy dolls.
You.
Jesus fuck my fucking ass. What the fuck? Please shut up.
No. Master Watto is a
shut
champion.
up.
You're gonna put some
Stop
respect on his
fucking
name
saying
now.
Master Watto on this fucking show.
IWGP Junior Heavyweight Co-Champion.
What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Apple Fightful here. You're watching the MonsterCast with Jack and Ryan. A big shout out to those fellas. Good people. Check them out.
Oh my god, what is this?
It
Who
looks
is
like a
making
TV.
the New Japan titles? They need to stop
It
making
looked like
titles.
a TV, bro. They took it too literally. That's the problem.
They should have just turned it into a TV. I would have been more impressed.
That would have been cooler.
Put some
Make
antennas
it-
on the top.
No, just make it like a digital title. Like you could display whatever you want on the
Oh,
digital.
like an
title.
LCD screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then have
That'd be
the
sick as
picture
fuck.
of the person that's the champ. That'd be so good.
Oh fuck.
That'd be worth it.
Wrestling podcast. How fucking original.
Jake and Brian. Brandon Cutler here from AEW, and I hope you guys have an awesome podcast with the MonsterCast. What was that? Your name is Jack and Ryan? Shut up, Jack and Ryan.
Tell me who you would sign first.
Hiroshi Tanahashi.
No, not overall, genius. Between the two goddamn examples I'm about to give you.
Master Watto.
Killer Cross or Dominic Dijakovic, who are you signing first?
Killer Cross. 100%.
What the fuck?
Absolutely.
Wrong! That
No,
answer is
I would.
wrong.
I would.
Oh
Killer
my god.
You don't know shit! Your opinions suck!
I guess I mean, you're welcome.
Fuck,
See,
I'll boo it.
I don't think I've ever said boo.
I will.
That's so stupid.
I'll do it. Boo! Boo! You can't. Don't actually say the word because that's why it sounds weird. You gotta. It's like more like a note. Boo! You don't fucking actually say boo. Boo! 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 You don't turn it into a fucking chant. You actually have to.
I will. I'm gonna do that at Forbidden Door.
You start a boo chant. Boo! 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 Boo!
Here's your hosts of the MonsterCast, the Straight Edge Monster Jack and Ryan.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the MonsterCast Prediction Sure to Be Wrong XL Edition. That's right, WrestleMania XL this weekend, and we've got 13 matches announced, so those are the matches we'll be predicting here on the show, with confidence picks included. 2 nights of WrestleMania, of course. We know that they got that idea from New Japan with Wrestle Kingdom, but Wrestle Kingdom the last 2 years has not done that. They've gone back to 1 night. But WrestleMania, because of the way that they do shit, and honestly, it makes sense for them to still do the 2-night thing. Easier for me to consume it.
AAA.
Well, they do 3 nights, but it's throughout the entire year, though.
That was the most recent one, but they did do 2-night stuff before. I don't know who did it first between New Japan and them.
13 matches, a lot of titles on the line. Updated stuff right now for 2024. I know you guys haven't seen us in a little bit, sparingly here. I am 12-7 with a 47-point confidence record, and Ryan is 11-8 with a 40-point confidence pick record. So this is probably going to fucking separate us for the foreseeable future. With 13 matches.
I don't know, we might pick a lot of the same stuff. I think
that might be true, but confidence picks, yes. Confidence picks might be.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's just go ahead and start off. hot and heavy with Rhea and Becky Lynch. I don't even know what the hell they call it now. Just the women's title, the World Women's Title, or whatever the hell it's called. Because it's not called the Raw Women's Title anymore. But anyway, it's the Women's Heavyweight Title, or whatever the hell you want to call it. And then the other one, I assume, is the women's
World,
Universal. Yeah, the other one's the Universal. The one with the big W is considered the Universal, I believe, right?
Yeah, Rhea's is the Women's World.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So she's defending against Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. Rhea has had it since last year's WrestleMania. So she's already officially surpassed a year, like yesterday, I think. Or reached a year yesterday or the day before, something like that, from when she beat Charlotte, which won our award and the Monster Awards at the end of last year for Best Women's Match of 2024. However,
something came out where they were talking about how they deliberately went over time on that match too.
However, I've got Becky Lynch winning this match and becoming the champion.
Okay, that's interesting because I don't think Becky is at a point in her career where she needs it, and I don't think that she's hot enough right now.
I agree with that. I agree that she doesn't need it.
Well, I also think the company is looking at Ripley as like a really hot, like on fire, like star right now, and like across social media shit and everything, and giving her that little bit of extra legitimacy from having a defense at WrestleMania that she wins. It just makes more sense for what they're trying to build with her, and for like solidifying her whole, because her whole thing is Becky Lynch is trying to come back, and there was like that mutual respect between them at first, and then it kind of turned into some bullshit. But I don't know. I don't see them giving Becky this, but we'll see. I've got Ripley winning.
All right, Ryan's got Ripley. I've got Becky, not because I want Becky to win. I think I've made my thoughts very clear on this show that I do believe she's the fourth best horsewoman of the group.
That's crazy to me.
No, it's not crazy. That's not crazy. It's not crazy.
I think she's better than Banks, but
no, that's wrong. That's wrong. It's just wrong. I think Becky, out of the four that we're talking about, I think she's the most overrated out of the four. I think she's overrated.
I think Banks was the most overrated.
I disagree.
While she was there.
I disagree, which is a cool disagreement, honestly, because I feel like the way that you think about Banks is probably, or Monet, is the way I think about Lynch. To be real.
Well, I was saying Banks just because that was when she was the
because four horsewomen, yeah, obviously. So it's whatever, but there's no match of Becky's that I'm looking at, and it's even close to any of Sasha's best matches, or Bayley's best matches, or Charlotte's best matches. It just does not compare to me in any way. Off the top of your head, what's the best Becky Lynch match that you've seen?
I mean, she's
okay. So you got the world's biggest head because you took a while to answer this question. That's kind of my point. Is like everybody can point to Sasha Banks matches, Charlotte matches,
whether or not I want
Bayley
to say like
matches.
a singles one, or whether or not I want to say like the Elimination Chamber one.
Whatever. Elimination Chamber? No.
Yeah.
That's
no.
There's no Elimination Chamber that's in anybody's top matches. That does not compare to Sasha or Bayley or Charlotte.
No. I don't mean an Elimination Chamber match that she was in. Sorry. So when she had the match with Mickie James at Elimination Chamber.
What? I can't take you seriously right now, dude.
What do you mean?
The fucking Trish Stratus cage match was better than the Mickie James match.
Yeah, that was good too.
It don't compare. It doesn't even touch Sasha's best matches, or Charlotte's best matches, or Bayley's best matches, dude. None of them. And then the other argument is a lot of people will say like this, I give you this, so.
What's a good Sasha match that she's had that wasn't with...
Exactly, with another four horsewoman, right? That's fine. Yeah. But how many fucking matches has Becky had with the four horsewomen too? And they're not mentioned in those matches.
You don't think her entire feud with Asuka was better than...
That's not a four horsewoman. I
understand that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, she's able to do shit outside of that group that's also still good.
Oh my god. No!
Okay.
No! Strongly disagree.
Do you think that Banks ever had a better match with Asuka than Becky Lynch had?
That's a great question. Probably around the same. Honestly, probably around the same.
What about the Belair match? Do you think Banks had a better match with Belair than Becky did? Because I don't.
Yes, I do. The WrestleMania match? Yes.
Well, obviously, I don't mean the fucking SummerSlam match where she came back and.
Well, I'm saying we're comparing the two WrestleMania matches, is what you're saying. Yeah. No, Sasha and Bianca was way better than Becky and Bianca at WrestleMania to me. I don't think it's that close. I mean, we're getting off topic already. Like, I missed doing the show too, bro. Just trust me. But goddamn, all right, I'm going Rhea. Okay, Charlotte's had a great match with Rhea. Obviously, we just mentioned that. I mean, not Rhea, but Becky. I want to go with Rhea, but I'm going Becky. I'm just saying. I'm prefacing my comments by saying I obviously, just based off of what I just said, it's not like I'm a fucking Becky stooge or stan or anything like that. Like, I want Rhea to win. I agree with you that Becky doesn't need this title. I agree with you that it would put Rhea in even another stratosphere that we didn't even think was capable for her, because she would have beaten Charlotte and Becky, their two golden gooses, back-to-back years at WrestleMania.
I think that's literally what they're building towards.
I mean, I hope they do that too, but I also do believe that part of it is building towards the breakup of Judgment Day, so I don't know if everybody at Judgment Day is just going to get their ass kicked at WrestleMania either. That's the other thing.
But I think the way you tell that story is to have everybody fuck up except for her, so that
That'd
she can be
cool.
like, you guys are holding me back.
That would be cool. I'd be cool with that. Start kicking motherfuckers out the group.
Especially with all these people just randomly showing up there now. Oh yeah, Andrade, you can join Judgment.
Yeah,
What the
fuck
fuck
it,
are you
Andrade.
talking about, brother?
Really piss off Charlotte for the rematch next year, WrestleMania, when Charlotte comes back. Anyway, so I've got Becky, Ryan's got Rhea on that one. Next up, we've got Gunther. Speaking of long title reigns, he's defending his Intercontinental title against Sami Zayn, who Ryan is against if we're comparing it to Chad Gable's spot. Ryan thinks it's Chad Gable's spot.
I think it is Chad Gable's spot. And I think even the story that they're telling is that it's Chad Gable's spot.
Do you think it still could be Chad Gable's spot?
Yeah, and I think...
Really? Even though we had just had the last Raw? Because it's a Raw title. So you think even on SmackDown they might say, fuck it, Chad Gable's in and make it a triple threat or something?
Oh, no, I don't think they're putting him in this match.
Oh, okay. So you think... Okay. So are you going Gunther with me then?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're both going Gunther. Okay. I gotta put them separate because... I have to put them separate now because of the confidence picks, so give me a second. Because that used to be, I'd just be like both if we both picked the same thing, you know? But now I gotta actually separate it out. Alright, so I'm going Gunther, not because of anything other than I don't want Chad Gable or Sami Zayn to beat him, to be real with you. I don't.
I think the only way for the Sami Zayn win to make sense is if he beats him with like an amateur wrestling move that he learned from Chad Gable or some shit, and it's like his combination of his abilities and then also Chad Gable's abilities that are able to put Gunther away finally. But I just think that's such a rush story in the time that they've tried to tell it. They've shown one training session with him, and it's just I fucking hate it. So I think they might do that, but this one I'm picking based on what I want to happen. And
all right, so here's the way I want it to happen. I want Gunther to happen. Obviously, I don't know. They might give it to Sami. I honestly feel like it's 50-50 at this point. I don't really know which way they're gonna go. I prefer Gunther because Sami had his moment last year in the main event of WrestleMania Night 1 with Kevin Owens. And what's that got him? What did that get him? Kevin Owens got put on fucking SmackDown not too long after they finally lost the titles or whatever. They lost the titles in a non-memorable fucking match. Okay, so Gunther, who's been killing it still the entire time, he had a triple threat match that, in retrospect, probably could have main evented Night 1 if it wasn't for... because it was on Night 2, but you get what I'm saying. It could have been on Night 1 because the only other match that rivaled it wrestling-wise was Charlotte Rhea. So I want Gunther to have another moment to try to make up for his two moments, basically make up for Sami's one moment from last year where they gave that motherfucker the tag titles and the main event with Kevin Owens. Like, Gunther needs to hold the title, I think, till SummerSlam. Now, depending on who that person is at SummerSlam, obviously I could change my mind depending on who he's going against.
Jeff Hardy.
but Gunther, like, I would be okay, like, if they built Andrade up correctly. If Andrade was challenging him at SummerSlam, I'd be 100% okay with Andrade taking the IC title off of Gunther. I think that match would be fucking insane.
Maybe it's Dom's time.
All right, we're about to cut this show short already, dude. Like, for real, I'm about to slap the shit out of you through the screen. This man, you gotta stop mentioning fucking Dominic Mysterio, dude. Oh my god. Anyway, I've got Gunther as well. Both of these first two matches, though, like, one I obviously picked with my brain, and the other one I picked with my heart. So we'll see how this goes, because I'm going back and forth on a lot of this stuff. But if I just pick straight with my heart, we know I'm going to lose every fucking match. So
Maybe.
yeah, no,
Maybe
like
not the,
for
maybe
like
not,
legit.
Maybe not the fourth one. We'll see.
But number three, we've got the ladder match. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit more complicated. All right, so we've got. We'll do when we do the confidence picks, we're just going to pick one number. Okay.
One number, but 2 points for the match. So like the confidence, you still only 1 through 13, but then if you get both teams right, then you get 2 points for the match instead of just 1 point. If you only get one team, you get 1 point for your record. That's what makes most sense to me.
Like add an extra point to your number that you pick it at.
Yeah.
You mean? Yeah. That's fine with me. I'm cool with that. All right. So what happens in this ladder match apparently is they're going to hang up all 4 tag titles and they're going to split them back up. The first team that grabs a set of titles, I guess they're good and they're out of the match and they don't have to worry about the other ones because like what the hell are we doing? Or maybe they'll just do it like where there is no fucking
No, you're still in the match, but they're probably just not going to be able to grab all of them. Probably is how they'll do it. Like they get up there, they grab one set, then they get
I think the
pushed off
easiest way to
ladder.
do this was to not even mention it on commentary and then literally have 2 teams go up there, grab the sets of titles and then confuse everybody and then have like Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis say, hey, you know, like that would have been cooler to me, but now you kind of ruined that moment, obviously, by announcing the way that you're going to do it. So anyway, there's going to be 2 sets of champions out of this one ladder match is basically what it is. So I'm going to let you go first on this one because I went first on the first 2. Or you can just pick one of your answers and then I'll pick one, something like that. Who you got on
easy.
this?
New Day. New Day's definitely winning one of them.
You think New Day's going to win one of them?
Oh, yeah. You ain't going to like the second one.
All right, hold on. Let me put New Day up here for Ryan. All right, my first one will be DIY. And then your second one is who?
You know.
No, I
You
don't.
know. You know. I just said you're not going to like it.
Judgment Day?
No.
What the fuck would I not
A-
like? Oh, also
A-Town Down Under, baby.
Oh, I heard they were getting taken out of the match. I'm definitely not picking them.
Oh, are they?
I don't know. That's the rumor,
I
but
heard
it hasn't
was
been
up in
announced
the
yet.
air. But I think the only reason it would be up in the air instead of them just saying yeah for sure is if there was a plan to have them win one of the sets.
I've got DIY and New Catch Republic, or whatever the hell they're called. Is that what they're called? New Catch Republic, right? Something like that.
Yeah. As of writing, Waller and Theory are still slated to compete in the 6-pack ladder match.
Yeah, but SmackDown hasn't happened yet. They're on SmackDown, so it could be replaced with Pretty Deadly or the Hardy Boys or whoever. I don't know.
Did they
The Creed
explain why they
brothers.
were even discussing pulling them?
I don't know why the fuck they would be taken out anyway. Like, I don't like Austin Theory. I don't have a problem with Grayson Waller. I actually don't mind Grayson Waller. I kind of like him, but to put them in the match just to take them out a week later would be so stupid to me. Like, that's dumb. I don't like that. You might as well just add another team if that's the case. I don't think they did.
Yeah.
I don't think that they deserve to be taken off WrestleMania. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of fucked up if that's what happens.
I'm not sure what they like. Yeah, maybe some more allegations came out that we haven't heard about yet. Or something.
Yeah,
Who the fuck-
I don't know about
it's
all that.
pretty weird though.
But I've got DIY and New Catch Republic, and Ryan's got New Day and A-Town and Down. Now,
I
if
don't
they do get
actually
taken
have
out
these.
after, if they get taken out after SmackDown, I'll let you change it.
Yeah, if I have to change, I'll do.
Well,
think
hold
it's
on,
time for
because
another-
you might not want to do that. Because if they change it, it might change. They're going to replace them with another team.
Not necessarily. They'll just call it a 5-pack challenge.
Oh my god, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
You don't know.
Because if they change
I
it to
think
another
Awesome
team that's
Truth-
really good, I'm taking New Catch Republic out. And I'm replacing it with whatever the fuck team they replace it with.
Also,
that's my
has a
SmackDown
chance
team.
too. They did just release the Miz little documentary thing. R-Truth is always over in his own way. They could do a little short run. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be okay with it, but I think DIY and New Catch Republic would breathe new life into both tag divisions, honestly, at this point. Even though DIY's theme still is fucking awful. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that right now. Those are placeholders, at least for the second teams, for our SmackDown teams. All right, next up we've got the Uso versus Uso match. Now, you've been waiting for this for how long? 18 years, right? This has been on your bucket list, I'm pretty sure, of dream matches.
Is it?
Yeah. If it's not Jey Uso, I don't even know what the fuck we're doing, honestly.
Yeah,
Jey
this is
Uso's
my
winning this match, and this is probably going to be my 13, just so
Yeah,
you
this
know.
is my 13 too. I was gonna say, this is my 13. I don't understand how the fuck you would have Jimmy win this match or why.
I'm putting both, and I'm going to just go ahead and put the 13 up there too, so we know.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's 13. If Jimmy wins this match, I'm going to be so pissed. You can't be calling this man main event Jey Uso for 2 years, and then he finally goes against his brother who loses every match, and then Jimmy wins. I'm going to be so mad, dude.
And he's not
Jimmy
even in the
wins
main
match.
event. It's false ass advertising.
I will say that he's going to have Solo probably backing him too, though, is the thing. But hopefully it's like a misdirection or something, or some bullshit like that, where like,
Or Jimmy just tells him not to get involved and then loses because of it.
or Solo hits Jimmy instead would be great. I would love that. I'm cool with that. All right, that was a pretty easy one. Next up, we got the 3-on-3 match. I'm very excited for this match.
I think this was pretty easy too, though. You don't have Jade Cargill lose this.
No, the tag titles are not on the line, so yeah, Jade Cargill's first match. I feel like this is pretty easy too. I'm gonna go with Jade, Bianca,
And there's an easy way to do it too. You
and
have
Naomi.
them
And Naomi
you have
too,
them
by the way,
control-
because Naomi's not been treated right since she's been back, which I said was gonna happen. So she needs this dub as well.
I think if you wanted to keep damage control kind of looking strong, even with losing it or whatever, you have them cheat, and then you have
Dakota's
Bailey
definitely
come
taking
out.
the pin. Dakota's taking the pin, so it doesn't matter.
You have Bailey come out to even it up after they cheat or whatever, and then
I think you have Dakota taking the pin, and then you have like Bianca and Naomi be the tag team that probably takes it off of Kabuki Warriors, and then Bianca goes it off and does her own back to the singles type shit. That makes sense.
Maybe. All right, I think we're good on that.
That was an easy one. All right, next up, got Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar. All right, so
and who?
Probably gonna be Carlito, honestly, because he's gonna turn.
It ain't gonna be Carlito. It's gonna be Dom.
I really don't want Rey and Dragon Lee to lose this match, but
I'm picking them. I think you have to have. Oh, did you already write me down for Dom?
no, Zordon just called me on my thing. All right.
Oh.
It was an alert because I was supposed to do my. We're doing this way earlier than I thought we were going to, and I have a post. I have an alarm set for every day at 8 a.m. to post a clip from Twitch on TikTok before it gets banned. All right, so, so yeah, I mean, I want to pick Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee too, man, but like, there's a part of me that thinks.
Well, like you were saying, they've got to tell the Judgment Day breakup story, and I think this is, if they're ever going to pull the trigger on Dragon Lee in any way, having him win this with Rey on his team is a good way to do that. And then also, you got to have some like feel good fucking shit on this show. And I think the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes and Rollins match, because of the stipulation, I don't know that Rollins and Rhodes win that. So I think if you end on like a negative note or like a heel winning note, you kind of have to have like a feel good, like Rey finally gets one over on his shithead son kind of thing, you know? You can't just have two heels win in a row.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be the match order. I don't know if this is gonna be the match order. But yes, I understand what you're saying, because if you look at just the rest of the card in general, how many feel good moments are there gonna be? If Awesome Truth win, that's a feel good moment.
Fucking beats the shit out of his
Jey Uso wins, that's a feel good moment. If Becky wins, that's a feel good moment. That's 3. So, I mean, for some people, I mean, you gotta think about who's going to WrestleMania, bro. Like, we're talking about the crowd, in front of the crowd. They don't give a fuck about people watching. They don't give a fuck about the people watching. They give a fuck about who paid tickets to go see them. So yeah, but Rey Mysterio also already beat Dominic at WrestleMania.
It ties back into the Judgment Day thing, though. Like, I feel like
yes, because he went off and did the match or whatever without asking him. Yes, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes, so it would make sense for them to lose. I mean, I'm going Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio because I really like Dragon Lee, but everything I've seen that they've done with Dragon Lee since he's come over there. Like, what are we doing with Dragon Lee, dude? Either we're passing the torch to Dragon Lee to be the next Rey Mysterio, or we're not. It's time to put up a show.
Damian Priest?
What?
Where is Damian Priest?
He's in the ladder match.
No. I mean, like the last few weeks of television.
He was on
He's
Raw.
not been cashing in shit.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't know.
He's there, but he's had plenty of opportunities to fucking cash in. Doesn't do anything.
You think he finally cashes in on Seth? He's got till July, they said, or June, or some shit like that. So
what I was thinking, and what's weird is that, let's say the Bloodline does win, and Rollins is left laying at the end of the match. How do you? It would make sense for Priest to then go cash in, but then you've got the Rollins versus McIntyre match the next night.
Then you have to make that a triple threat tomorrow, the next night, and then he loses it the next night, or do we just have a non-title match for their main event?
I have no fucking idea. That's
Or
so
not for
weird.
the main event, but for
the world,
for the first match of the night, probably, because the main event will obviously be Cody versus Roman.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm still
You
going.
know how pissed, dude. That would play so perfectly into Drew's character, though, if it had to be a non-title match, and then he could get so pissed at Damian, because the whole point of Drew is to win the title at WrestleMania in front of fans. So if Damian cashes in on Seth Rollins at the end of night 1, and then night 2 starts with that match, and he can't even he can beat Rollins, but it don't matter because there's no title on line, that shit would be so funny, dude. That would be so good. I doubt they do that, but I would love to see it. That would be hilarious.
I think it kind of fucks up their advertising of that match as like a heavyweight championship.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they could turn it into a triple threat. I think it's very weird that they haven't had a triple threat match. Oh, they did the U.S. title. Never mind, the U.S. title. Yeah, because I was about to say there's usually at least one triple threat. So.
Owens and Orton and.
Yeah, but I'm not really interested in that match. So.
All right, so I think I picked Ray.
Yeah, I did too. I'm taking Dragon Lee and Ray, but I don't. All right, so then the last match for night 1 that's listed is the tag match, the biggest tag match of all time, which obviously is an homage to the very first WrestleMania, because the very first WrestleMania main event was a tag match.
Yeah.
Was what? Anyway, it was Hogan and Mr. T versus Piper and Paul Orndorff. So this is a homage to the 40 years of Hulkamania type shit tag team match to be main eventing a WrestleMania. So you've got Rollins and Cody obviously going against Roman and Rock. If Roman and Rock win, Bloodline rules for the next night, which means we're going to see House of Torture. And then if Cody and Rollins wins, then it's got to be a straight up match with Roman and Cody, which kind of phones it in. Kind of phones it in, and we know Cody's going to win if that's the case.
The stupid fucking thing is that is already the rule. Why even put this on the line? The rule is already that you can't fucking cheat in the match. So them being at ringside shouldn't matter. Like, you have this whole stipulation that's built around, oh yeah, you have to follow the normal fucking rules? Just make them follow the normal fucking rules.
No, I agree, but we've never said that babyfaces are smart on the show, right?
Well, I don't know. Rollins' plan worked real well. What the fuck was that?
Rollins doesn't give a fuck if Cody loses the title. Let's be real.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Rollins,
he could walk out of this
Rollins
match.
is literally just trying to show everybody that he's better than Reigns. That's all that is.
He should just walk out of this match.
That would be fun.
It don't make sense for him
I
to
got
have
a title
this
match
match.
tomorrow, bro.
No, the whole thing with him and Cody, their animosity or whatever, he just be getting chopped the shit out of him and just be like, you know what, I don't need to do this. I have a match tomorrow.
I got to go on first tomorrow. I went on last night. You get to go on last both nights, right? And fucking on top of that, you beat me 3 times, and I'm getting no recognition for my fucking world title, but everybody's talking about you, and you don't even have a world title because you're going after the other one. You chose him over me. Yeah, I would leave too. That'd be fucking hilarious. Yeah. And then you have to have blood.
Kind of messes up the Drew heel dynamic though.
Not if Damian wins.
True.
Not if Damian wins, bro. I guess that's another way too. Be like, hey man, I'm not trying to get beat up in this match, and then Damian come out and steal my title night 1. I'm out.
Well, the other thing is, they might tell the story of him getting so fucked up during that match because he's going to have this tag match. He's going to come into the next match hurt. So obviously McIntyre is going to have a much easier time with him. They're basically telling the story for why and how McIntyre is going to have an advantage already. I wonder
but then Rollins overcomes it. Then Damian Priest comes out and gets the title.
Right. Yeah, you can do that. I don't know. I don't want that to happen. All right, back to the tag match show. With the way the stipulations are laid out,
No, it's House of Torture. It's gonna be a House of Torture match.
yeah, I don't see them bringing back The Rock.
You didn't bring back The Rock, and you're probably gonna have Roman lose on night 2. You got to protect him somehow still. So you're gonna have him win night 1, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Roman and Rock winning.
Oh yeah, they're barred from ringside. It's such a stupid fucking. God, it's so dumb. They're already supposed to be barred from ringside. Who gives a shit?
They weren't barred from ringside in every other match that they interfered in.
They're supposed to be barred from ringside, bro. You're not allowed to interfere.
They were barred from ringside. Well, remember the match that they were barred from ringside, and then Solo still
jumped over the
Solo
goddamn
still did it,
barricade
and when they lost, they were barred from ringside last year at WrestleMania. Oh shit!
Stupid.
But now it's okay because Cody's gonna know what he's getting into because he's gonna know that everything goes and it's gonna be okay. That's how he's gonna overcome it.
Thinks he knows what he's getting into till Tama Tonga comes out there.
Tama Tonga better
I'm
not
not part of the
come out there.
bloodline.
Tama Tonga better not help the bloodline. I swear to God.
Tongan. Fuck you.
He better
I'm
not
part of the bloodline.
fuck the bloodline is what he better do.
Whatever.
I mean, they were in Bullet Club together. He could help Cody. Like, what the fuck's wrong with Haku?
I think,
what the fuck is Haku's problem?
I don't think he was real happy with Cody by the end of that.
Yeah, no shit, but who cares? What the fuck is Haku's problem, dude? That should be funny as fuck. That shit was fun as hell. That's probably one of my favorite moments on BTE, honestly.
Well,
I mean, they were all just quiet as fuck, and then Cody just, what the fuck is Haku's problem? Oh shit, it's so good.
I miss BTE.
You don't like
you don't
like being the Dark Order at all?
I watch it every now and then. I don't watch it every week like I used to watch BTE though.
Okay, so you're going Roman and Rock too, obviously.
I'm going Roman and Rock, yeah.
All right,
I did watch John Silver become African.
Night 1 is done. Night 2, like we just talked about, Seth freaking Rollins against Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is supposed to be Drew's final redemption story where he can win the world title in front of fans for the first time. And then, of course, Rollins has to deal with a tag match the night before and Damian Priest breathing down his neck. Hopefully, Damian, in Seth's case, kayfabe, hopefully Damian is one of the winners of the tag title match in the ladder match, so he doesn't have to worry. Like, dude, I just went through a ladder match. I still got a title, so I'm not really focused on that right now. But if Damian comes out of that match and he doesn't have a title, he's going to be like, I got to do something for the Judgment Day. We all lost, some stupid shit like that. Run out there and possibly do it, kayfabe-wise. So he's got that for his character to be looking over his shoulder for. And, of course, you have CM Punk on commentary talking shit about everybody and their mom, even though most of it's his fault. And then you've got...
Swear to God.
And then you've got, so you got a lot of shit going on for this one match, right? Okay, so don't worry. Wait till Monday. It'll be all right, man. Monday, it'll be okay. We'll be able to flesh all that out Monday. Don't worry. Because I'm probably, for the first time ever, going to be on your side when it comes to CM Punk.
I told you all along.
Dude.
I was right all along.
Dude. Did you see my post about him, though? About the punk rock thing? Like, you're supposed to be so punk rock, rocking a fucking Ramon shirt, but you went back to the biggest company or biggest corporation in your field. How are you punk rock? But anyway, I digress. As
Cass guaranteed money.
Idiot. I want to work for it. You're a fucking idiot, dude. All right, you can guarantee me money right now, dude. Right now, I'll accept it. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
I can guarantee money with my job.
Jesus Christ, dude. All right. So anyway, I'd love to pick Drew because Drew has made me want him to win.
Yeah, I'm also picking Drew.
This last run, dude. I want Drew to win. I mean, it's not possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility that Drew wins and then Damian cashes on him too, and then fucks up his moment again, which would be hilarious as well.
I'm picking Drew because I think it's easy to tell the story that Rollins gets like worn out in the tag match, and so he's not at 100%. So it doesn't make him look that bad to lose to a fresh McIntyre. I'm picking McIntyre on this. I think it's his time. I think Rollins holding that belt he's done as much with that belt as you can with everybody knowing that it's like a secondary like stand-in title. And I'd like to see McIntyre try to do something else with it at this point. So
I was not on the McIntyre train when this shit was going down because I was like, man, I don't want to see this match again. But everything that he's been doing on social media and in his promos and stuff has been great. I do want to see him now. He's completely changed my mind. And because if Punk really isn't going to be out that long and they've already got that built-in storyline, then Drew can hopefully beat Punk when he comes back too. And then we can move from there. Or what they'll do is Rollins will eventually get the title back from Drew before Punk comes back so they can still have the Punk versus Rollins match, which is what was supposed to happen at WrestleMania. Either way. But I'm okay with the break from Rollins and giving the title to Drew until Punk comes back or until you want to re-enter Rollins back into the title picture. Do I think Punk should win the world title? No. Let me go ahead and make sure that you guys do not think that I'm saying that. No.
I think he should retire. I think it's about time.
I think Punk should not win the world title. All right, so anyway, next up. Io Sky versus Bayley. I've got Bayley here because I love Bayley. It's very much on the record that I love Bayley. The storyline goes right up to, like, the entire thing is built for Bayley to win right here. I don't even think really Bayley's had an actual WrestleMania moment. Definitely not for a world title. So I feel like this is her time to get one, and she deserves one. So yeah, I'm gonna go Bayley here, and Io Sky's had it for quite a while.
This is probably my 12. I'm also picking Bayley on this. I'm pretty confident that Bayley wins this. It doesn't make any sense to extend the story further. You have to have her get her win here and move on.
You can extend the story further, but it doesn't make any sense if Bayley's going to keep failing at the end of the chapters, if that makes sense. Like if Io wants to come back and go against her again, or Bayley goes against Dakota Kai in her first thing or something like that, I'm cool with that. If she's shifting over and beating all the members of the old Damage Control in their own little stories leading up and like to give Bayley her run, I'm cool with that. Because it's not like I want Bayley to win it and then go right out there and fucking go against Charlotte again. You know what I'm saying? Like, or something like that. So like, and fight against the same people. I would like to see Bayley versus Io. Then maybe Io get a rematch, Io lose again. Then Bayley can move on to Dakota Kai for a short program. And then Asuka maybe again. Or Kairi Sane, who you just brought back, that you've got her tied up in a tag match, or a tag team rather. Before you move on to the Biancas or Tiffany Strattons or Naomi or Jade. So that's what the SmackDown roster looks like right now without Charlotte. So I think that Bayley could like run the division for a little bit, depending on what you're playing, because she's face. And that's why I really don't want to see you insert a Bianca and a Naomi and shit into her run yet, because like she's a face already. So she needs to go against all the heels that are available until maybe SummerSlam, when you can have a face versus face match and it makes sense, you know, something like that. But yeah, I want to see Bayley win here so bad. And yeah, it'll probably be a high number on mine too. I don't know about 11 or whatever, or 12, but it'll definitely be a high. Now, the one I don't know what they're going to do is this next one up here. This is LA Knight versus AJ Styles, okay? And they could literally go anywhere because even though he's not cooled off on reactions, I feel like WWE's kind of cooled off on LA Knight, which is asinine to me, but it's whatever. Also, AJ Styles, legend. They still think very highly of him. Especially Triple H, because he thought Will Ospreay was the same guy. So you have this match, which a lot of people are not excited about this match. It's one of the very few matches that really don't have anything on the line. It's kind of like just a grudge match that doesn't have a huge long story or anything. But I actually want to see this match. Like, I'm very excited to see this match. I'm hoping both guys prove that they can go, and in AJ Styles' case, can still go. But I am going to go LA Knight here because I think this could be a good launching pad for him, especially if Cody is going to actually win the title against Roman, and then LA Knight can actually have a fucking shot at one of these two titles with the draft, either the draft next year or this year rather, because the draft hasn't happened this year. So the draft, maybe he goes to Raw, and he can be the one to take it off Drew McIntyre, depending on how things shake out, you know, shit like that, because he's obviously super over as a face. So I'm gonna go LA Knight here. Not that I don't like AJ Styles. I'm just saying AJ Styles has had his moments at WrestleMania. It's time for, even though they're not always been good, Shinsuke Nakamura, but LA Knight definitely needs a moment in a big spot, I think, to hopefully maybe get the creative back behind him to push him some more.
Yeah. I'm also picking Knight here. Styles is always going to be over no matter what they have him do. And Knight, I feel like, has to be actively winning and doing shit and in programs and stuff like that to stay relevant. And kind of like you were talking about the launch pad, I don't know about launching toward a title run, but I do think that they have to start giving him wins again.
If he goes to the draft, okay, so if he wins this match, right, and he actually puts on, it's like people, I'm not going to say people are going to be talking about this match, because they're not going to be talking about this match coming out of WrestleMania. It's going to be about Cody, Roman, women's matches. You know, there's going to be some crazy ladder spot. So they don't really have a lot of pressure, I don't think, on them. But that's if they just have a solid match. I think everybody will be okay. The only way that this can be a negative thing is if they just go out there and completely stink it up, Goldberg, Undertaker at Saudi Arabia style. Like, that's the only way that it could hurt them coming out of it. But if LA Knight gets the dub at WrestleMania and he has that, and he says, I mean, he can say that, you know, I beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania type deal, and they have that draft after WrestleMania, and he goes to Raw, there's two things that he could do. He could either feud with Drew McIntyre, or he can be the one to take the title off of Gunther at fucking SummerSlam. That's why I would love LA Knight just to change fucking brands, because I think there's more he can do on Raw, and he already kind of reached his ceiling because Roman was the fucking champion for so long. He couldn't really do anything on SmackDown.
Yeah, I agree. I think anything that they put AJ in after this will be fine, but Knight has to win this, and AJ kind of already has one up on him in the feud too, because he's the one that kind of fucked him up at the Elimination Chamber thing too, right? So, because he interfered and hit him with a chair or whatever. So yeah, I think they have to give Knight this. I'm gonna pick Knight. I'm pretty confident in this one.
All right, next up we've got the triple threat U.S. title match between Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. This is probably the match I'm least looking forward to. I don't.
Is it because of Logan Paul?
Huh?
Because of Logan Paul?
No, all three of them.
You don't like either? Why?
I'm not saying I don't like them. I just not. I mean, I don't own a Kevin Owens shirt. I don't own a Randy Orton shirt. I mean, what do you want to tell you? I mean, like, they're okay. I like Kevin Owens as a person. I think he's a good wrestler, but the way that he's positioned right now, ever since he went to SmackDown, why do I care about this match? I don't think he's gonna win.
It seems like a weird, I don't want to say downgrade, but it would seem weird to have Randy Orton be the U.S. champion to me. It's funny because, like, it's a belt versus not having a belt and losing a U.S. championship match, but I almost feel like him winning a U.S. title would be lower than he is, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain, but, like, it's like if Britt Baker came back and won the TBS title. It feels weird. So why do we keep making Britt Baker Randy Orton comparison? Yeah, because my instinct is to say, yeah, of course, Randy Orton out of the three is like the most decorated, so the most likely to win or whatever, but I can't imagine him holding a U.S. title at this stage in his career. And it almost seems like let Logan win it so that he can say he's got wins over these two guys and beat them at the same time and do his shit talking and whatever. That was tough. I'm gonna say Owens. I think they might give it to Owens here.
Sorry, I had to go get my drink. I forgot that I left it in the freezer for the show, trying to get it cold fast, and I was like, oh shit, I better go get that drink. But, okay, so you're going to go Owens. I'm going Logan Paul. Alright, so obviously Logan Paul is the one I dislike the most out of the match. But it's a built-in story where he can snake his way into keeping it because it's a triple threat, and because if he really is doing the stupid fucking Prime logo in the middle of the ring, then they're going to keep trying to push that and keep trying to make him a heel. And he signed a multi-year deal, so like, why wouldn't you just keep it on him for now? Because the U.S. title isn't really anything anyway, and it wasn't before he got it. So I'm just gonna go Logan Paul because there's really no other option, in my opinion. Because I agree with you about the Randy Orton thing. The Randy Orton thing is like, he's too big for the fucking U.S. title. Like, imagine putting the U.S. title on Randy Orton in 2024. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, I think. See, I still feel like Owen still makes sense.
Unless he's about to do a Cope Open. Unless Randy Orton's about to do a Cope Open. And fucking have people from that's not how WWE come up there every week like that. I'm cool with that, but if he ain't doing that, then what the hell are we doing?
That's where Matt Cardona shows up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Owens, but I'm not super confident in that.
All right. We got 2 more matches. We've got the one that was just announced. It's the Philadelphia Street Fight between the Pride and the Final Testament. I'm actually kind of excited about this match, not gonna lie. It's not really, I mean, they've been feuding, but it's not really been clicking for me, but I do think that they can all deliver in the ring for this type of match. But I'm probably gonna go Pride because it's called a Philadelphia Street Fight, and this will be one of those feel-good matches or whatever. But it's also gonna be a buffer match, obviously, because it's just a fucking 3-on-3 grudge match. They do have more story behind it than, obviously, the other 3-on-3 women's match, but it's whatever. I do think I'm more excited for the 3-on-3 women's match. I really wish that was a Philadelphia Street Fight. I wish they just make both Philadelphia Street Fights if they're going to be on different nights anyway. That'd be cool. It'd be kind of like a different variation of their showcase matches, which I hated.
Has Jade ever worked a no DQ?
Yeah, her first match was fucking. They were going through a table. Shaq went through a table and shit. So remember the tag team match between Cody?
Yeah.
And they were doing shit that they weren't supposed to be doing in a regular match.
But were the women?
Red Velvet and Jade. I don't know. Probably. I can't remember the match every fucking spot, but I definitely remember Shaq going through a fucking table, and it was a big deal. And the match ended up being a lot better than people thought it was going to be. So, I mean, it's not like she's. And she had the sound bite where she said CM Punk is the one that taught her how to swing a chair, so she had at least swung a chair before. So, I mean, it's not like she couldn't do a couple spots. I mean, she's not gonna have to because she's fucking huge. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. Other people can be using weapons, and she could just no-sell like fucking Sting or some shit and fucking beat the shit out of them. Who gives a fuck? An 80-pound fucking Kairi Sane hitting you with a chair ain't the same as Jade Cargill hitting you with a chair. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's gonna fuck her up. So, I thought that would have been a cool thing, though, because you would have had a women's one and a men's one, and it would have both been street fights or both 3-on-3. Different nights would have been cool. But I'm going to go with the baby faces here because it's called a Philly Street Fight. They're in Philly, even though there's going to be people from all kinds of fucking countries there, obviously, because this is the biggest international wrestling event there is as far as audience goes. But I'm still going to go the Pride here with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits.
And you know they don't like Karrion Kross enough to be like, yeah, you can win at WrestleMania.
I don't like Karrion Kross that much either.
Yeah.
Which is very well documented.
Well, last match.
You got the Pride as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
All right, last match. Here we go. Ryan's about to fucking troll everybody. You ready? Here we go.
I'm not trolling it. I'm not trolling at all.
It is Roman versus Cody. Pot do. I'm gonna let you go first. There's no way. There's no fucking way. There's no way. Konami just farted behind me, and I am not happy about it. If I start smelling something, Konami, it's over for you. You're gonna be in the cage.
Well.
All right. So I already knew this was coming. Oh, please explain this awful prediction.
You got to get rid of that Hulk Hogan record, bro.
There's no even if you get the what Hulk Hogan record, Bruno is still sitting there.
No, I know, but Bruno hasn't said a bunch of wild shit about his daughter dating black men.
Okay, so if you're scrolling through the list, you're still gonna see Hogan's name because it's gonna be right under Roman, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you got to get a modern person above him. I feel like, and you're not going to have many other opportunities to do it, especially in like the near future. I don't think it hurts Cody to win the belt at SummerSlam.
You turn around literally right now and make Cody. Cody just signed a multi-year deal or an extension. Make him do it. All the people bitching about, I'm so sick of long title reigns. Fucking Cody wins it and then fucking beats the record for Hogan. That would be so good.
I don't think it hurts Cody to lose again. People will be pissed. but I don't think it hurts him to lose again.
Oh no, you have no idea. People will be pissed. People were pissed last year. That was pissed. What they will do this year? No, dude. There's no way. We're in the bottom of the 5th, guys. We're in the bottom of the 5th.
We'll be bottom of the 6th now.
Oh my God, no.
So I've got Reigns. I think Cody doesn't need to win a belt at WrestleMania. That's not the story. The story is that he just needs to win the belt that his dad never won or whatever.
It wasn't the story, but WWE made it the story.
Right. Yeah.
That's not Cody's fault.
But it doesn't.
And that's
have
not
to
the
be
fans' fault
WrestleMania.
either for believing that this should take place at WrestleMania. Because of the way that WWE has posted their years, WrestleMania is the end point of the year. That's why it's called. I mean, it's WrestleMania. See, this is what they say. This is their Super Bowl. Well, the Super Bowl is the last game of the year. That's what they've done. They've done that. I agree with you that he doesn't necessarily have to win at WrestleMania, but the way that they've laid out the story, it's like, okay, that has to happen now. It can't happen at fucking Extreme Rules.
No, he can win it at SummerSlam though.
I've already got Gunther losing at SummerSlam. I can't have Cody lose. I can't have Cody win at SummerSlam too. I can't have both of that.
Well, that's your feel-good moment after Gunther.
No, my feel-good moment is Gunther keeping the title against Sami Zayn. That's my feel-good moment.
A run like this, you don't derail because of a guy who's been there like a year and some change, who was a mid-carder before, and the only real accomplishments he's had since he got back are beating Rollins a few times. I
believe I told you this last year when we said this, and I think you picked. I don't know if you picked Roman.
I argued that Roman.
Yeah, I think you picked Cody, but you were literally like, your entire argument was, don't be shocked if Roman wins or whatever, and then we came on here and you were laughing your ass off. Now, the thing you just said, I don't think you give Cody the title because he beat Rollins a few times. You said that last year as well. And do you remember what my rebuttal to that was?
Rollins is really good.
But I didn't say that, but that is, I mean, that's part of it, obviously, but he's really good, and he was positioned very well. There was nobody else for Cody to beat on Raw because they didn't build anybody else up. It was literally Rollins.
Yeah.
Because you weren't going to have him take it off of Gunther, obviously, because Gunther was in the middle of his shit. So, like, having Cody come in there and just beat Gunther for the IC title wouldn't make any fucking sense because
Cody needs to work his way up, man.
Dude, I swear to God. So anyway, so
mid-card guy.
Jesus Christ.
He came in. He needs to go beat LA Knight or something. He needs to beat Randy Orton. Maybe have a match with Logan Paul, prove that he can hang.
Oh my God. What's happening?
No, I'm picking Reigns.
You can pick Reigns all you want. I'm picking Cody. I'll be dumb 2 years in a row.
All right.
I'm going Cody.
That's my
There's no
number
way,
11
dude. There's
confidence.
no way. I mean, I know Hogan definitely don't want to see fucking Roman win. That's for sure. But I know the type of person he is. He doesn't want to see him win.
I know people will be upset. I think it's a better story. And it's the same thing I said last year. So
the funniest thing is, like, when Roman was on the Pat McAfee show, he's like, you better guys, or maybe it was his documentary. He said, you guys better hope I don't lose this title because if I do, I'm out.
I'm out, yeah. And I believe him. I don't know what you do with him once he loses the belt. You think he's going to be in fucking six-pack challenges?
That depends on if he loses the title because of The Rock interfering and helping out Cody, which a lot of people think it might happen.
That will depend on how their match goes, but I don't see how you do that if they're winning on night one.
That, I agree with you on that. Or maybe it's because maybe The Rock gets the pin on night one. You get what I'm saying? So that when he says, "Oh, you only won night one because of me," and then you lost,
you're forgetting something very important.
Because I'm the real tribal chief type deal.
Yes, that's what you've forgotten in all of this. The entire reason The Rock was originally supposed to come in was for a Reigns versus Rock match, which they still have not had.
Correct, which would happen at SummerSlam, I think.
Yes. And I think that's where you have Reigns go over The Rock. And you solidify he's the best fucking Samoan we've ever had in the company. By far. 100% most dominant.
But you want him to do this while he's still champion.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think you need that.
I think you do. I think that's how you prove that you're better.
I understand that they were already going to have that match, right? But now they're on the same page, seemingly. So that heat's gone away. So you got to build that heat again, and the only way to do that is if Roman loses because of The Rock.
I think you can build that heat very easily. You have Roman celebrating in the ring after the match, and then you do the camera shot as the shit goes out, where The Rock starts staring at the belt, and then you gradually build, because you got fucking months to do it. You start gradually building to The Rock feeling like, oh, I thought I was the main guy. When you start, because he's still gonna be around for a bit, obviously. I thought I was the main guy, and now it's clear to me I'm not the main guy unless I have the belt. And Reigns is like, no, I've been the main guy the whole time, and now I have to show you why I'm the fucking main guy. I think that's a much more interesting story than Cody Rhodes has to win it for his dad who didn't ever win it. That's fucking weird to me. You can still do that, it just doesn't need to be here. And I don't think
I'm fully on board on that story, by the way. I don't know why you hate that story so much. That story makes complete sense based off of what actually happened in real life, though.
Okay, great. IRS never won the fucking title either, but you didn't have Bray Wyatt coming out there like, oh, I have to win it because IRS never won the world title.
Or IRS or Mike Rotunda was never a fucking world champion everywhere else, though, either. And he definitely wasn't considered one of the best of all time. That's the difference. That's the difference, bro. Here's the difference. Here's the difference. Lex Luger came over. He got the IC title. He was supposed to be the world champion. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ric Flair came over. He was 2-time world champion over in WWE. Okay. Dusty Rhodes was the only dude that was from the other company. Even the Brainbusters came over and won their fucking tag titles. Dusty Rhodes was the only one that came over and didn't win a fucking title over in WWE. They made him a fucking joke. That's the difference. Mike Rotunda in WCW was never anything close to fucking Dusty Rhodes. Nothing close to Dusty Rhodes. So that's not a fair comparison at all. In fact, Mike Rotunda's biggest fucking accomplishment was winning the fucking tag titles with Barry Windham in WWE.
I think it is.
That was before he went to WCW and before he came back.
I think it is, because Dusty was just never in a position to do that there, so why are we mad that he didn't do it?
Strongly disagree. When Dusty was there, you don't think he was in position? He should have won the world title?
No, just because you have matches sometimes.
Oh my god, dude, no. Incorrect.
Logan Paul had a world title match too. Should he win it at some point? No.
Logan Paul wasn't the fucking best wrestler for a fucking decade, and most charismatic wrestler for a decade somewhere else, and a multiple world champion somewhere else.
Better wrestler than Dusty Rhodes?
The Dusty Rhodes thing coming over to WWE and failing like it is considered this is what's considered a real fumble, by the way. When everybody talks about did WWE or did AEW fumble this person so and so here? No. WWE fumbled Dusty Rhodes, bro.
Roddy Piper is. Dusty's not, really.
Roddy Piper's what?
A fumble.
How?
Because they didn't give him the belt.
Come on, man. Come on, dude. Come on. But he had belts. He was the IC champion. He was a tag champion.
Yeah. Okay.
Dusty had nothing.
It just means he wasn't good.
Dude, don't start. Do not start, bro. No. Look, you're so wrong on this. It's ridiculous.
Being a charismatic guy.
Dude, do not fucking blasphemy on this fucking show about Dusty acting like Dusty wasn't good as fuck.
I'm not saying that he wasn't entertaining. I'm not saying that he didn't have like good fundamentals. I'm not saying that he wasn't like influential. He obviously was. I just think the story sucks because when you come in and you say, "Oh, I need to win it because my dad never did," like he got fucked over in some way.
He did.
I don't think he did.
Oh my god, yes he did. Oh, that man had to do it. He had to do a dancing gimmick and fucking polka dots, bro.
Oh, he had to wear polka dots.
Dude, don't start your shit. Don't start your shit. Dude, he was a serious fucking wrestler.
What did Big E have to do? He had to come in as a fucking a preacher in a 3-man group, and he ended up with a fucking world title. Kofi Kingston, same thing.
Big E was a fucking bodyguard at first for Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, and he worked his way up. Why didn't
he wasn't a fucking 3-time world champion somewhere else first?
Yeah, that makes it even worse.
Oh my, no, that's called paying your fucking dues. Dusty already paid his dues.
Yeah, okay, then why are then tell Cody to go do his little 8 pounds of gold trip again, okay? And go father.
You understand that was that's part of the story too, right? You understand that?
I understand that he thinks it's part of the story.
It is a part of the story. There's no you think. You're not writing it, motherfucker. That is the story. Just because you don't like the story doesn't mean it's not a story.
Listen, the whole story being predicated on Dusty didn't win it, so I have to only makes sense if like he was ever close or should have had it.
But you understand that he should have won it. There's no doubt about it in my mind that Dusty should have been world champion over in WWE. They completely misused him. He didn't even have a fucking world title shot. So like,
Yeah.
let's be real. That's fucking dumb. That's a fumble.
What do you want?
All right, so it's not. He's not saying like he's a nepo baby that I have to win it because my dad didn't. He's saying I have to win it for my dad because my dad didn't. That's what the story is.
Yeah,
That's a completely different thing.
Yeah, I think that sucks.
You're out of your mind. That does not suck. That is awesome.
Okay.
I got
So
Cody
you
winning.
think
I got
who
Cody
should
winning.
he have beaten?
Who, Dusty?
Yeah.
It's a great question. Who was the champ when he was there?
So it was the late 80s, early 90s, so it would have
No,
been
it was
what,
definitely early
Macho-
90s.
Macho Man?
It was early 90s. No, he had a feud with Macho Man. It wasn't Macho Man. He had a feud with Macho Man. Macho Man was not the champion. His fucking WrestleMania match was against Macho Man. It was Sherry and Macho Man versus Sapphire and Dusty.
Yeah. Because
Dusty Rhodes
was on his side or something.
WWE debut.
Yeah.
That was 89 to 91, so you're technically right. All right, so 89 to 91.
Okay.
So who was the
Yeah.
world champion in 89 to 91?
He was there
All
for,
the world
he was
champions.
there for 2 fucking years, and we're crying about him not being the champion. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is stupid.
Dude, do you understand that he didn't sign the contract, another contract, because of the way that they treated him in the 2 years, though?
Okay, that sucks. That doesn't mean he should have been champion.
Disagree! Because if they would have fucking treated him correctly, he would have fucking signed another contract and then he would have been fucking world champion. They didn't position him in any way that he thought they were going to make him world champion at any point. Who was the fucking world champions in 89 through 91? Was that Hogan the entire time?
It might have been. I have to look. Hold on.
Because the 92 Rumble is when Flair won in the Royal Rumble, so it had to be Hogan. Maybe Undertaker. Remember he won that one time at the Tuesday in Texas or whatever the fuck it was called?
God, dude.
1989 WWE.
89. Hogan won it in 89. Lost it to Ultimate Warrior, who lost it to
In
Slaughter.
90.
Who lost it to Hogan. who
You
lost
tell
it
me
to
Dusty couldn't
Undertaker,
beat fucking Sergeant
who
Slaughter?
Lost it to Hogan. No, he clearly couldn't because he didn't.
Dude, you just said who would he have beaten? Slaughter, right there.
But Slaughter
it's right
was in the middle
there.
of the fucking Hogan story. You don't just interject him because you want him to win. You
don't
only held
put-
it for fucking
what
60
the
days.
Fuck? The Hogan story. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the Hogan story with Sergeant
The
Slaughter.
Hogan
remember?
story.
Are you
Oh
acting
my
like the
God.
fucking Hogan Sergeant Slaughter
The
thing wasn't a
Hogan
thing?
story. Because
Yeah.
Hogan came in at the end of the
I'm
match
a
after he
real
cheated
American and
and tried to
Sergeant
steal the
Slaughter's a
fucking
dick.
thunder from somebody else again. You could have literally
Betrayed the
had
United
Dusty come do
States.
that exact same thing that Hogan
Betrayed
did
the
after the
United
match.
States.
You're so full of shit right now, it's ridiculous.
It's not full of shit.
It is! Dusty could have done the exact same spot that he came in after the match.
He couldn't have because
Oh,
when
he
left
burned
in
the
90
American
Hold
flag.
on,
Dusty
hold on,
was the
hold
fucking
on.
common man, bro.
Yeah,
It would have
hold
made
on.
perfect sense for him to
This
do
is
the
why you don't know
exact
what you're
same
talking about.
thing.
This is why you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my
So-
god, you're so full of shit.
No. I'm explaining to you why you don't know what you're talking about. So when Dusty left, it was very early in '91. So his last match was let's see. Yeah, so his last match, Sergeant Slaughter didn't have the fucking belt yet.
What
'Cause
was
his
his
last
last
match-
match in 90?
His last match was it was at the 1991 Royal Rumble, and that's where Slaughter won the fucking belt. So no, he couldn't have ever gone over Slaughter.
So if I'm Vince McMahon in the back, and I know it's Dusty's
So
last
your
match,
champions
and
for
I
that
say,
time that he was there.
and I say to
were
Dusty, I say, hey,
Savage,
if you
Hogan,
sign this
Warrior. Who
contract,
should
if
have
you
gone
sign
over?
this contract right now, I will make sure that you're a fucking world champion. You go out there and then lay out the exact same scenario that you just did for Hogan after that match. Do you understand how the match ended with Ultimate Warrior and Slaughter?
It's been a minute.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
Slaughter
remember.
cheated to win, and then he went to go burn the American flag or whatever the fuck, and Hogan runs out there to put a stop to it, and then Hogan's magically back in the world title picture against Slaughter, okay?
We
for
stand
for
anti-imperialism,
WrestleMania.
fucking king. Listen, what I'm saying is your whole argument was, oh, he couldn't have gone over Slaughter. No, he couldn't have because of the
Yes,
time
I'm
frame.
saying he
No,
could have. That's what I'm telling you.
He couldn't have because
Oh
it
my
wouldn't have been
God.
going over Slaughter at that point. It would have been going over Warrior, but it wouldn't have made sense to turn fucking Dusty heel to go over Warrior. So now what are we doing? Like, none of your shit makes any sense.
It does
So,
make sense, bro.
Dusty
yes,
should have
it
gone over
does.
Savage? No. Should have gone over Hogan?
No, well,
Should've
Savage
gone
beat
over
Dusty
Warrior?
at WrestleMania, I believe. I mean, not
Mhm.
WrestleMania, but was it WrestleMania? SummerSlam. SummerSlam, he beat
what?
Dusty. Randy Savage beats Dusty at SummerSlam.
Yeah, and Savage deserved to beat him.
I'm not saying he didn't. I like
Okay,
Savage.
so what are we doing? When should he have won?
The whole storyline between Savage and Dusty didn't make any sense anyway.
He just wasn't that guy. And if he had stayed there longer, maybe he would have been, but he wasn't.
Dude,
So
the
again,
Randy Savage Dusty Rhodes match was 2 minutes and 15 seconds at SummerSlam. Like, let's be
that's
real.
all he
here.
deserved.
Dude, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. There's no way
Savage was a
you're so
Savage was a
full of
savage.
shit right now. Fucking Cody Hater, dude. Cody Hater.
I'm not a Cody hater.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Cody
my-
is
he's my
winning at
favorite
WrestleMania.
reporter.
If he doesn't win at WrestleMania, there's gonna be no show on Monday. There's gonna be no show on Monday if he doesn't win. He's gonna be no show.
Because you don't want to
Canceling
hear
it.
that I was right.
Canceling it.
If he
If
really
it's-
wants to follow in his father's footsteps, he'll accept his place on the mid card.
What's he
and
gonna do?
maybe
Go ask fucking Eric Bischoff to start another promotion so he can go there
Stay
instead?
a little bit longer. Stay a little bit longer this time, and maybe wait for an opportunity to come up that he actually deserves. That's what his dad should have done. So, there you go.
That's like you telling me there was no spot for Cody to win the world title in AEW.
After he told him, he made his fucking stipulation that he wasn't allowed to win it. Yeah, no,
Dude, if he would have turned heel, he could have done it. It would have made perfect sense. That's what we were
Yeah,
saying on the show all the time.
Yeah. But like his father, just too stubborn for his own good. Wanted to go be head booker somewhere, so whatever. Yeah, no, I just that's why I hate the story. I don't feel like his dad was so hard done
I get what
by
you're saying.
like,
That you're saying, okay, like, yeah, if your dad was like in a world title match and got fucked over in the match, that makes more sense.
or if he was there for like 8 years and just never got a shot. But he was there for a fucking cup of coffee. He had a cup of coffee in the big time, okay?
Dude,
And it just didn't
it's
work out
Dusty
in that
Rhodes. I
year
don't
and a
give a
half.
fuck, dude. It's Dusty Rhodes. Sting was there for a cup of coffee too. Your point? He should have beat Rollins for the title. How about that? Go fuck yourself.
That's way different. Sting had already established himself way fucking more at that point, and bringing him in with
What?
a novelty act. And all
He
this
established himself more than Dusty did when he was in WWE?
100%. Are you
Dude,
kidding?
Dusty retired pretty much right after WWE, dude.
So here's a question: how long do you think Dusty was in the WWF?
We just said it.
No. You said 89 to 91, but that makes it sound like it was 2 years. It wasn't. It wasn't even fucking close.
It doesn't matter. You have Dusty Rhodes coming to your... That's like fucking Okada going to AEW and not doing anything.
He was there a year and a half. He was there like.
If
18
Okada
months.
went to AEW, which he did, obviously, if he was in the AEW and he didn't do anything for a fucking year straight.
You're saying
Nothing.
he didn't do anything, but they did put him in like programs.
Yeah, he was in a program with Savage.
He was in every fucking pay-per-view.
Who? What? Every pay-per-view? They only had 3 pay-per-views a year when Dusty was there.
Everybody was only in that many. But yeah,
Dude,
they were putting him in them.
don't. Every
They
pay-per-view,
fucking-
dude.
Brutus
Every pay-per-view,
Beefcake
like they
was in
had
every
14 fucking
pay-per-view?
pay-per-views.
Look, he had his chance. He didn't impress. He was there for 18 months.
You're so full of shit, dude. He
do you
didn't impress Vince, and we already know Vince don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So,
18 months, and he gave up.
Dude.
There's no story here for me.
dude, there's
think
there's
it
definitely
sucks.
a story. Cody's
Oh,
winning.
The
Cody,
Red
baby.
Rooster- Is the Red Rooster's son gonna come out at some point and be like, my dad?
Does he have a
should've
kid
won
that
the
wrestles?
title." Huh?
Does he have a kid that wrestles?
I don't know if he did.
What are you not understanding about the difference between Dusty and other people? Like, do you not understand Dusty's accomplishments outside of WWE?
I understand his influence.
Because you
I
act
don't
like Terry
care.
Taylor and IRS are the same fucking thing outside of WWE as fucking Dusty was, and they're not.
But
They were
that's
not
what I'm
multiple-time
saying.
world
In the
champions. They're not the
context-
most charismatic dude of all time.
In the context of WWF, they really are. They're basically the same. Because he didn't do shit.
Like, that's not what you're saying, though.
I am saying that.
That's not what you said. You literally said, should they come in and say the same thing that Cody's saying about his dad?
Yeah,
It's
because
not the
For the
same.
time that they were in WWF, they didn't have a world title run.
How did IRS get fucked over when he was a tag team champion with Ted DiBiase? How did he get fucked
How
over?
did Dusty get fucked over when he was there for 18 months and then decided
He
to
got
leave
fucked over
to go
because
be head
Vince
booker somewhere?
doesn't do creative correctly. What do you not understand about this?
No, that's a bullshit excuse. Because he doesn't
It's a
do
bullshit
creative
excuse.
correctly.
Dude,
Like,
if
hey,
I
somehow
tell you
some-
in 1989,
Slaughter
whatever the
happened to
fuck it
win a
was,
belt.
I don't remember what month did he come in
Ultimate Warrior's
89. Do you know what
garbage
month he
ass
came in?
happened to
Do you
win
know
a
what
belt.
month he came in 89?
Yeah, it was June or July.
Okay. All right. So if I tell you in '89, right, you're the book, you're Vince or whatever, you're fucking just a promoter in general, and I am telling you that based off of all the body of work from the '70s and '80s, that I can bring Dusty Rhodes to you, but you're only gonna have him for a year. You're not giving him a fucking title.
They didn't know that he was gonna. Well, first of all, no, absolutely. That would make me less likely to give him a title.
Oh,
if
you're
I knew
so
he was only
full
gonna
of
be there
shit.
for a year.
That's
Why the
dumb.
fuck would I give him a belt if he's
That
already
doesn't
planning
make
to leave?
any sense. No one said you got to have a Bret Hart situation.
Why would I give him a title if he's already planning to leave? I'm
To
building
build
him up so
up
he
the
can go work at
prestige of
WCW.
said title.
I'm building him up so he can go work at WCW.
Not necessarily.
Okay, well that's what you're.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I bring him in and I give him something to sink his teeth into, and I give him a world title shot.
You mean like the fucking DiBiase feud, which he had?
DiBiase feud. Jesus Christ. What is up? You think that was something to sink his teeth into?
It was the working common man versus the rich dickhead. Yes, 100%.
Dude, it wasn't a good feud. If it was a good feud, everybody would be talking about it. No one talks about that feud. You know why? Because it's not good. It was good on paper.
Something for him to work off of.
Oh my God.
Was it not?
You're trying to get the dude to re-sign with you. Having him in a 2-minute and 15-second match and losing to Randy Savage at SummerSlam isn't going to help that.
If the only way that he's going to re-sign is if I push aside Hogan at the height of fucking Hulkamania, Warrior for however shit he was popular. Like, no, I'm not going to put a fucking belt on him. I'm just not. Savage? He should have gone over Savage? Fuck no.
Well, first of all, calm down. It's not like Savage was winning a bunch of matches, all right? At that point. Okay? Let's pump the fucking brakes on that.
How long do you think Savage had that belt?
Savage had what belt?
The world title.
Do you not understand that Hogan beat him for the world title? He only had it for a
do
year.
Understand that.
He had it to WrestleMania to WrestleMania. If you're talking about the Mega
Savage
Powers
had it
fucking
longer than
feud.
Hogan did. What do you mean?
Who?
Savage's reign was longer than Hogan's reign after Hogan took it off of Savage.
Well, goddamn, if we're just gonna cherry pick fucking different Hogan reigns for Savage's reign to be higher than, Ultimate Warriors was longer than his too.
We're talking about within the period that Dusty was there.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck are we doing right now? Dusty should have been world champion. Definitely an IC champion for sure. He should have been a champion. Yes, he should have. Yes, he should have. Who was the Intercontinental champion after Ultimate Warrior dropped it? Do you remember?
What year?
I mean, the same years that Dusty was there. That's what I'm talking about.
I have no idea. Honky Tonk.
Because that would be 1990. No, Honky Tonk Man only had it one time, and Ultimate Warrior beat him for it.
Let's look. I have no idea.
I don't know who got it after Warrior dropped it. It was either Perfect or probably Rude or something like that, right? It had to be a heel.
Let's see. Jeff Jarrett.
It was not Jeff Jarrett.
No, that would be funny.
Although, based off of how many times people have won it, it's not a terrible guess. Muhammad Ali.
So after Warrior was Rude and then Warrior again.
No. I mean, like, after Warrior dropped it, vacated it or whatever, it was Rude?
Oh, Mr. Perfect won it.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So you're telling me that he couldn't beat Mr. Perfect and be the IC champion. That would have been a cool feud.
Well, he wasn't perfect.
Jesus Christ. All right, I'm so done with this shit. We've already...
He was a common man. You put a
an hour
common
for
man
this
against a perfect man?
Common Man versus the Perfect Man. You don't think that's a good feud?
No, I think it's a great feud. But I think the perfect man wins every time.
Oh my god, that's the point of the feud. No, he doesn't.
He's perfect.
He thinks he's perfect. He
was
also was
perfect.
never
That's
world
why he
champion.
won. He beat
Also
Tito
fumbled.
Santana.
Oh my god. Anyway, all right, that's gonna do it for the. We gotta do confidence picks. Fuck. This shit's gonna be long as shit. All right, so we already know that we're both 13 on Jey Uso. You said you're 12 on Bailey, I think. You said?
Did I say that? I might have said that. Yeah, that's probably true. If I said that, then stick with it.
I think you said 12 on Bailey.
Okay, I'll stick with that. I'm pretty confident.
I'll go 12 on. I'm gonna go 12 on Rock and Roman.
Who did I pick for McIntyre? I picked McIntyre, right?
Yes.
I'll go 11 on McIntyre.
11 on McIntyre. I will go 11 on Bailey.
Okay.
All right, you got 10 now. Number 10. Are you trying to look up the matches so you can? remember which
Yeah,
one.
because I gotta pull the list back up because I don't remember all of them.
There's a lot of matches.
I'm gonna go Bianca's 3-man team in the season.
For 10. Okay, my 10 will be. Throw a 10 on LA Knight, I think.
Okay.
All right, your
My
9.
9 is gonna be the Pride.
Okay. My 9 is going to be Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio.
Interesting.
All right, your number 8.
LA Knight, I think.
My 8 will be. My 8 will be. I'll do 8 on Jade, I guess. It probably should be higher than that, actually, now that I think about it. But go ahead. Number 7.
The Bloodline. Pretty confident in that.
Okay, and my number 7 will be. It and down to it. Number 7. I'll go the Pride on 7, I guess. All right, now number 6.
Ray and Dragon Lee.
My number 6 will be Gunther.
Yeah, that's a good one. I probably should put that one higher.
Your number 5.
Gunther.
My number 5 will be. My number 5 will be Becky. Your number 4.
Roman Reigns, baby.
My number 4 will be.
You don't seem that confident in your Cody pick. I might have talked you out of it.
Talk me out of shit. I just know what WWE. I know WWE though. My number 4 will be Logan Paul.
All right.
Your number
3 will be Rhea Ripley.
My number 3 will be Cody. Your number 2?
I haven't picked the Kevin Owens one yet.
Correct.
So,
Kevin Owens in the ladder match, obviously. We're both picking ladder match at one.
We're doing one on ladder
okay,
match.
so 2 for Kevin Owens, and I will take Drew McIntyre with my 2.
What did I do? What was Bailey for me?
Bailey for you is 12. I told you that.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was making sure it was high.
And then 1 for both of us on the ladder.
Well, when you got to pick 2, it just makes more sense to.
Got to pick 2, and you're still not confident. Yes, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's still not
there's
confident,
just
bro.
no. What I'm saying is there's so many different options.
Yeah,
that they
no
have.
shit, but there's only 6 teams, and you get to pick 2 of them.
Yeah, so you got like a 1 out of 6 chance for each
2 out of
one.
6 chance.
That's not how odds work. So you had a 1 out of 6 chance on each pick, or a 1 out of 6 and then a 1 out of 5.
How do you want to do the points for that? So let's say DIY. If DIY win and New Day win,
If you get
so we
one
both
of them
get 1
right, you
point.
get a point. Yeah, if you get one
Okay,
right,
so
you get a point.
and if you get 2,
right,
you get 2 points. Okay,
Yeah.
well that's not gonna happen because we picked 4 different teams, so we're good on that. That's gonna be awesome.
Well, so one of them might get 2.
Somebody's doing something. It would be hilarious if the other 2 teams win.
No, it would.
If the other 2 teams win and we both went 0-2 on it. We picked 4
Who the fuck
different
was that
teams
even?
out of the 6.
Yeah. Awesome Truth and Judgment Day? None of us picked Judgment Day?
No, I was going to, but no.
Switch
I
my-
liked your idea of Rhea winning and no one else winning so that she can complain about it or whatever. Even though I didn't pick Rhea either. But I like that idea. Just in case they go that way.
I got all the best ideas.
All right, there you go. There's the confidence
Fuck
picks
out.
at the end. It's gonna be fucking crazy to figure that one out. It's gonna be awesome. Those numbers are gonna be jacked the fuck up. So there you go. That's WrestleMania 40 prediction. Sure to be wrong. Don't bet on them. We will see you guys Monday, possibly, if Cody's the champ. If Cody's the champ, we'll see you Monday. If Cody's not the champ, who knows when. I might cancel the show altogether.
You know what we haven't discussed?
Please do tell.
Damian Priest could cash in on fucking Cody Rhodes.
That would be hilarious too. Yeah, that would be funny. Cash in on
Just
anybody. You can cash in
fucking snatch
on
that
Roman
shit
too.
from him.
Roman thinks he's
Fuck
gonna
your
fucking
WrestleMania
break
moment.
Hogan's record, and then Damien comes out there dressed in Hogan's gear and comes out to his theme song and beats him.
I'm a real Dominican. No, what is he? He's Puerto Rican?
Puerto Rican.
Or
Yeah.
Dominican.
He's Puerto Rican, I'm pretty sure.
They
There it is,
fucking
guys.
hate it when you mix them up. I know, but
There it is, guys.
is
That's
brutal.
it. He did a great job on the Ultimate, whatever that one of the Ultimate shows. It was either Ultimate Royal Rumble or like Elimination Chamber or something. He was on there. That was a funny episode. That was a good episode. All right, but there it is. Prediction sure to be wrong from the MonsterCast. We'll see you guys Monday. Talk about WrestleMania, CM Punk, AEW releases, Dynasty, all that shit. It's gonna be
your tribal chief.
quite the show. Tribal Chief, we won't have to talk about it because he won't be champion, so it'll be irrelevant.
Be our tribal chief.
Deuces.